So when you're doing it, you have to kind of be gentle because if you're like really rough-handed, then you're going to like make all the paper slide around. Okay, so what I liken it to is a gentle massage. Okay, so you're going to be pretty much making sure to pinch gently, but also making sure that there's not a lot of air pockets. Okay, so you want that newspaper to really fit close, okay, like really tight closed on your figure. I'm almost done with the first layer. Okay, so here's my first layer. It's very slippery and a little messy, but I managed to cover most of my figure with the first layer. So one of the things that you're going to do is avoid doing the bottom because I noticed really quickly that that was a bad idea. So we're actually going to try to focus on everything except for the very bottom square for our first 3 layers, okay? And then after we do our 3 layers and everything's dry, then we'll do one additional layer and then place our figure laying down so that it can dry, okay? But this is your goal, to cover your figure, to cover your kachina or your god or goddess with this newspaper, with the paper mache mixture. I ended up not even using gloves, not even using a paintbrush. Everything was completely possible with my hands. You just have to make sure when your hands get too sticky and you want to go touch other things, I highly recommend do not touch your phone at all during this time, during the process, because you're going to get your phone all sticky with glue. But I recommend that you, every once in a while, you wipe your hands, take them, give them a bath in the water, okay, and then wipe them down. Of course, at the end of class, you'll be able to wash your hands completely, but this is just so that you can get to whatever you need to get to quickly. Oh, and another thing is I am not going to pass out scissors because they're going to get all yucky and I don't want that to happen, okay? Instead, what you can do is just, it's so easy. You're just going to size up your paper as you need it by just tearing the size that you need. Now the second layer is really, since this is all pretty wet, I don't have to dip both sides here. This is might be an area where maybe you can use a paintbrush, but again, you can use your hands. It's more fun. Okay, I'm going to take this onto my wet side, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there. See, that's why you don't paper mache the bottom. Do not paper mache the bottom until it is time. Okay. So I'm going to I put this fresh layer on here, and then I'm going to take my hand, and then I'm just going to smooth that down. And this is for my second layer. Okay. Your goal is to not get, not to leave any parts of your cardboard armature showing. Okay. I thought about that because I just noticed that I had a little part that was not covered. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up. Again, here we go. All right, notice I tore really small pieces for the ears. Okay, so if you have really small pieces or small parts of your figure, then I highly recommend also making very small strips of newspaper. Okay, and here you go. I'm going to be putting 2 more layers on here, but tomorrow, or rather today, you're going to be able to see what it looks like when it dries a bit.